Niin, tervetuloa Veikkausliigan lehdistötilaisuuteen. FC Hakan ja FC Lahden välinen ottelu päättyi tasatulokseen 1-1. And in this press conference we have head coaches FC Lahti's Ricardo Duarte and FC Andrew Smith. Ricardo, to start with you, what's your assessment of the match?
It was a match that seemed two different matches. The first half and the second half, they were pretty much different in the way the events happened on the field and the way my team played. First half was really good. I think one very performance from us, pressing high, pushing up together, creating problems to opposition build up, getting good transitions, getting also good build up actions from finding the free players and accelerating the game. And we improved in that aspect of the game because it was this acceleration moment was the last two games was not good enough for us. We knew it, we worked and we were focusing on that, but we just didn't score from those situations. I think we were not effective for what we produced in the first half. Second half was different. A lot affected. Performance was, I have to say, guys, because the boys did a big effort. Our performance was a lot affected by the fact that we had to substitute three players due to injuries. Affected our energy capacity in the end of the game because we programmed some substitutions in the middle of second half that we could not do, and some players were off in the end of the game. They did the best. So we had to replace still in the first half one of our central defenders. Then even our keeper got an injury that we hope it's not a big one, and even another player afterwards. So we had to replace three, and the 3 moments we have to make substitutions. They came one at a time. So this limited our capacity to help the players from the bench. And I think that was probably one of the main reasons why we had to drop a little bit the lines and defend a little bit lower. Also what the opponent did well, like a wide winger there and creating different problems and pushing up the number 10. We were conceding more spaces in the midfield where they started playing better in the second half. But I think since the result we have to accept, we wanted more, but we have to do better also if we want more. That's a fact. But I think it was one more positive game from our team because we are in totally different stages of maturity as teams. Haka is in a different level, and we are trying to get our level up.
Thank you. Quite conclusive. Andy, your thoughts on the match?
We just came up against. We had one of his best days of his career. End of. Simple.
What were the positives for you today in Haka's performance?
Just to come back from an performance in the first half. But I take full responsibility because we don't have the strength and depth. We play centre midfielder on the left back, and a total new back four again, and there's nothing we can do. I had no other option, but he played really. But our defending was catastrophe. We give them a goal. It's just we keep giving goals away like this. The second half was training game. We just can't score. Their goalkeeper. Yeah, that's it. If you don't score goals, you're not going to win games. Simple.
How was the preparation for the match? Like unlucky situation with some suspensions and
that's
injuries.
life. That's football. You're going to get them. So I don't care about that. I care about the attitude and desire, which I have to speak to certain people, because I will not continue if there's players that think that they can just switch on and off. My mentality, and I will not be here much longer. In fact, this may be my last press conference because I want to play with a strong mentality, attitude and desire. And the first half I did not see that, and that's not what I stand for. So second half their goalkeeper was fantastic. You know, fair play to him. That's his job. And tomorrow's a new day.
Ricardo, just to ask about, you mentioned Haka being on another level. Do you think you guys got to next level since your form has been quite strong recently? So how you?
We are in 11th place in the table, so we are in a very difficult position. 5 finals in front of us. But of course, when you are able to compete against the teams we have been now today with Haka, last weekend against Pepe, the teams that are in a totally different position, you have to have hope, but we have to materialize it in wins because are not enough.
And what were the positives for you? What do you think went good?
I think this new pressing system that we had out today for the first time worked pretty well in the first half, but for some reason we couldn't keep it in the second half. I know the players wanted, but we have to analyze better. For sure the opponent tried to do something also. So that's one tool we have against teams that have the characteristics to FC Haka. And I think the mentality of the players was positive, but we were a lot affected by these events, these 3 substitutions we had to do and to react instead of anticipating. You have some ideas and you have to react. I think we couldn't do much more today, probably.
And Andy, as mentioned, to touch on your comments before, the season has been quite up and down, but lots of positives ends us having a spot in the upper series in the league.
Yeah.
So what is the feeling for what do you want to say to all of the players going into the next upcoming matches, which are obviously huge for us?
But every game's huge. Doesn't matter where you are in the table. Every game's huge. That's why you're in this industry. So we just have to be. We're not consistent. We're punching well above our weight. We've one of the lowest budgets. We don't have the conditions of the other teams. What the players have done is fantastic. You need to be consistent. You can't just switch it on and off. You can't do that. If you want to be a top player, you can't just switch it on and off. Just turn up at certain games. Every game's a hard game, and that's the mentality I want to set in this club. And there's a few years that I can tell you right now will not be here at this club next season. So they don't have the mentality that I build around this club. But I will go and speak to the board, and yes, as I said, tomorrow's a new day.
Wish you both good luck in the series, and if there's any more from media, no. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.